G'day everyone and welcome back. It's been a while since I posted a video, sorry about that. I've had a bit of a career change lately and I've had to go to uni and I've just been smashed with schoolwork for the last week and a half. But I'm here now, so I'm going to put the swing arm and the back wheel back on, and I've bought a few goodies to go along with it, which I'll show you now. So I toyed with the idea of just cleaning up these old shocks until I got into it and had a good look at them and came across this. So at some time during its life, the bottom eyelet snapped off and someone's very poorly welded it back on. And I'm not real comfortable about riding around on that. So I bought these. These are YSS twin shocks. I'm really happy with the build quality. They come with a bunch of different sleeves for different mounting sizes. And they're slightly longer than the old ones, just to pick the back of the bike up just a little bit, which will reduce the trail and quicken up the handling. The only problem I've got with them is that the bottom mounting point is slightly too wide to fit in the stirrup on the swing arm, so I'm going to have to modify this. Not a big job, so I'm not too concerned about it. I've also got this All Balls Racing roller bearing swing arm kit. Comes with these roller bearings, washers, seals, and a new sleeve. And that is to replace these old plastic bushings. The XS650s came out standard with plastic bushings, which was a really big design fault. They wore out really quickly, and there was a lot of slop in the swing arm, and that created a whole raft of handling issues. So if anyone's got an XS650 out there, make sure you don't have these and get rid of them. Obviously they weren't this bad. That slot out of the side I've had to cut out so I could knock them out, but they weren't great. So the plan of attack is I'm going to get rid of all the chrome of this swing arm, modify the mounting points, and then paint it. After that, I'll install the swing arm with the new roller bearing kit, chuck the new shocks on, and then get the back wheel back on. Okay, so after trying to sand the chrome off, I figured out it was just going to take way too long and I wouldn't be able to get into all the little bits to get it all off. So I thought I would scuff it up with a wire brush just to try and get it to take paint. But I'm still not confident that it will actually do that. So my next option is sulfuric acid, which I'm doing right now. So I bought this stuff from Thrifty Link. It says that it's 26 to 28% hydrochloric acid solution. Everything I read says you should have about 30, so that's close enough. And it seems to be working. There's plenty of bubbles coming out. It's only been in there for about, I don't know, 2 minutes or so. So I'll just let it go, keep coming back and checking it, and then see how she goes. Okay, so it's been about 21 hours now and most of the bubbling's stopped. It still looks like there's a bit of chrome left on it, but I'm kind of hoping that it's just softened it up enough that it'll all come off with a wire brush. I'll give you a look at it. So I don't know how well you can see it, but all the bits that I'd already sanded have etched pretty well. Doesn't look like it's taken off too much material, but most of the chrome's still intact. There's some flaking off. Yeah, well, I'll just drag it out, wash it off, hit it with a wire wheel, and I'll let you know how it went. Well, that was a failed experiment. Just gonna have to persevere with the sander. God damn it.